What's up, Vaquero Nation? Tony, Fabian, and Ben here to recap UTRGV's 7th win of the season. We are now sitting at 7-3, 3-3 in conference after a 27-21 win over Nicholls. It was actually a great game. I was pretty impressed with UTRGV's resilience. It looked like this was probably the most even match we've had all year. It was a home game, which we have not lost at home yet, which is awesome to hold ground at home. So what were your all's impressions of the game?
I think the game overall, man, was like we talked about. It was going to be a pretty even match, and it showed. It showed, man. And they made great adjustments to it, but again, it was one of those things where they made the adjustment just enough that they had to make sure that they stayed where they needed to stay. They didn't give them too much. I mean, I don't think they did anything out of the ordinary, but it was a very well-balanced game. I mean, I do have to say there was more running out of it, but I think it was balanced enough to where it kept them guessing.
I'm going to say that we didn't play our best game. I'm going to say that we struggled quite a bit.
Okay.
We were not on target. If we were on target, I think we win by maybe 14, 17 points.
Yeah.
I think that we had a lot of missed opportunities. I think that our passes were not accurate.
Yeah.
Defense had a couple of holes that we normally don't have.
We had a lot of mental errors, too, towards the end.
Correct.
We almost lost it. There was, I don't know how many penalties and late hits that we could have really lost the game with that. But luckily, we had some momentum shifts, and we were able to hold on to the win. But, yeah, it was a game that could have got away from us for sure.
I will say this. Coming back, after I said all that bad stuff.
Every week.
We have protected our house.
Yeah.
Nobody has come into our rodeo arena and made us look silly.
Right.
Yeah.
So
well, we also had Southeastern, Stephen F. Austin, and Lamar on the road.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but bring them this way.
Okay.
We're singing a different song.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Our running game was there this week.
Right.
Denny had over 100 yards, which was pretty cool to see. We had a established running game, and I know, like you said, our passes were not there, but our running game was. So it's not always something that we can, lean on when one thing's not going one way. We can get one game 6 touchdowns from Marburger. The other game we get 100 and some yards from Denny. So that's pretty cool.
And I think the cool thing also is, again, it's the goal of the other team to make you one-dimensional and to take something away and see if that second aspect is going to beat them. And I think they did that, to some extent. That they did kind of hold our passing game, but our running game is enough to make sure that you want to make us run, go for it. I will take one thing away that it was a little heartbreaking because we had a whole conversation with them. Hey, good. Being ejected. I don't think it was merited ejection.
It was close, but there's no way he could have pulled up on time.
Yeah, but the thing is that he didn't drop his head. It wasn't a head-to-head. I don't think you consider that targeting.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, I think he was the one that stood out to me again, despite of that.
Yeah.
I mean, the aggression of that kid, man, is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of got him in trouble a little bit. But, I mean, honestly, I don't think it was merited an ejection. But at the end of the day, like, he still stood out. He was still a shining star this week, and it was awesome to watch him again.
Well, while he is spectacular to see, I mean, you're talking about a high flying defense.
Yeah.
Our guys are out to hit somebody, and and you're gonna get hit hard.
Yeah.
So
it's cool to watch.
Get ready, I mean, but again, yes, you're right. He's probably the leader, and people feed off of that. The rest of the defense feeds off of that.
And it took a few downs for them to get their head straight after he got ejected, because you can see they were kind of disoriented without Haygood. It was like kind of night and day for a few plays, and then all right, let's get our head back in the game and let's finish this game out.
Right. Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to talk about something interesting. We did talk about it last week about an NIL and players using UTRGV. I don't want to say using, but utilizing UTRGV as a potential stepping stone. We got a lot of freshmen that stood out this year. We got players that are leaving because they're graduating, and it puts a question in my mind: is what is UTRGV going to be moving forward? If we had lost all of our games but 1 or 2 this year, it makes recruiting very hard. But if we lose all of our players next year to the portal, bigger opportunities, it puts us in a bind, but it also makes us look good. So how do we balance this potential UTRGV being a stepping stone for players?
You play the cards you're dealt, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you play the cards you're dealt. I think we are going to get some talent coming down here that may have been missed by bigger schools, that may have been missed in general. You're going to have that opportunity to kind of say, hey, you know what? Let me go try UTRGV. You know, you get that diamond in the rough, and you polish them up, and hey, you have a great player.
Yeah.
If he leaves in 2 years, so be it. We come next man up. You know, and I think that's the program that Coach Bush is kind of developing right now. It's like it needs to be that next man up mentality, because and I know, you know, I'm not trying to kiss his ass or anything, but whatever Bush is doing in just 1 year, it's showing, and he's developing these players. Now, I'm saying developing because I only have this year to watch them. They could have been great players last year. I don't know, but he's developing enough where these players are getting attention other places.
And I feel that maybe we might get lucky this year only because we're the SLC. We're not ACC. We're not the Big Ten. We're not some of those players that go and play for the SEC automatically.
Yeah.
Or are we?
Yeah.
Right? I think that a lot of these bigger programs, these bigger conferences, they say, hey, you know what? Let it play out another year.
Yeah.
They're still too young.
Yeah.
Yep.
What they don't realize, though, is that, I mean, we got some big names down here.
Sure.
I mean, including the strength and conditioning coach. I mean,
Yeah.
he's pedal to the metal guy, and he's a no-nonsense bull, you know. So shout out to Coach Don. I mean, he's got these guys ready. I mean, in less than a year.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's one positive thing, and that's one thing. Again, it goes back to not only Butch but Chase. You know, he brought a good coaching staff down.
Yeah.
And experienced coaching staff. Again, Coach Sommer, one of them. Coach Coleman, another one. I mean, he got some NFL players. He got some college already coaches that were coaching somewhere else. So that's also very, attractive to a player, to a parent, that does their research and says, hey, you know what? The school has a good staff.
Yeah.
Let's go down there and develop you. Now, a parent may just say that. Let's go down there and develop you and see what you got for the next year or two. And then maybe you get an opportunity.
Right.
So.
Because let's say, okay, prime example, Diaz wasn't highly recruited out of high school.
Correct.
He took a year off essentially to warm up with UTRGV. So he's a redshirt freshman, but it's still his first year of football. Nobody was looking for him after high school. And look what he did, right? We got 2 or 3 more games left. He's got 600 and some yards, 8 touchdowns, some game-winning catches, a pretty good highlight reel.
Yeah.
And do we keep a guy like that? I don't know. We'd like to.
Yep.
But what is the advice he's getting? Is he getting the advice from coaches? If a bigger program comes after you, take the opportunity. Or do we guard ourselves and say, hey, you know what, stay another year or two. Let's get that film a little bit better. And then you go after you take a bigger role somewhere else. Like in the years past, it wasn't where you go to a school and then you leave next year. You had to take a year off if you transferred, and you had to get permission from the coaches you're leaving from and that you're going to. Now the decision's yours. You get into the portal, you go somewhere else, someone offers you more money, and you're gone. You leave the other school in a bind, unless it's a stepping stone. And we know that coming in, like players like Haygood, players like Diaz, players like Smith Flores, they could all leave.
Yep.
And does that look good on us, or does it look bad that they used us as a stepping stone, got noticed, and went to a bigger school? Like that part to me is very fascinating.
I think that what's, I'm going to use your word, fascinating right now, is that we're talking about this and year one hasn't ended.
Yeah, we got 2
UTRGV
games left. Yeah,
hey, think about it. I mean, this is something that we're not supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, right.
We're not supposed to be saying, well, we're going to lose this guy, we're going to lose that guy. This guy's been putting up some numbers. This guy, hell, that's 2 or 3 years away. Supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
We got to also think about other things like facilities. I mean, we got top-notch facilities, some of the best in the country.
Yeah.
So these players got to think about all that stuff. Hey, the rehab center, the medical attention they get, the facilities, the weight room, the practice fields. I mean, there's top-notch stuff here.
Right.
I mean, it's very enticing, for these players, obviously to come back to that. But going back to your point of, as coaches, hey, do we develop you so you can get a better opportunity or whatever? To me, that's more of a high school mentality of we want to get you to the next level. Okay, you're already in the next level. And I think here as coaches, they need to protect their job. So
fair enough.
Are we going to tell Diaz, hey, man, stay another year and maybe you'll get better offers? I'm going to say, hey, stay another year, and we're going to make you a badass, and maybe get you some attention.
Yeah, but whose best interest is that? Is that UTRGV and Coach Bush telling Diaz, hey, stay another year? Or if he gets a call from a bigger program saying, we think you're ready, come over here, here's an NIL check, does he leave and become the third or fourth option somewhere else? Or does he stay here and put another year of amazing highlight reels and play the long game on his third or fourth year of eligibility?
But I think right now we're at the big boy league where it's like Coach Bush is thinking for himself, and I'm not saying for him in a bad way.
Sure, yeah.
He's thinking for the program. What is better for my program? But Diaz needs to think for himself.
Sure.
And say, hey, you know what? Maybe staying a year is better for me. Maybe, hey, they're giving me this opportunity.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go. That's a decision he needs to make with himself, with his parents, with whoever's backing him up. Yeah. But Coach Bush needs to make what's the best decision for the program.
Yeah.
And that's expected.
Well, on the other hand as well, we also got to think about all those kids that are coming out from high school, all those kids that are in JUCO right now, all those athletes that are trying to get to the D1 window.
Sure.
And say, hey, look at that. They're making noise down there.
Yeah.
I want to go play in that arena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Someone like Tavian Court played 2 years at JUCO, comes over here, and he has a game-winning touchdown for us.
Yep.
That would have never happened had he stayed at JUCO.
Right.
But now he goes, let's say in a year. I think he's at one more year of eligibility after this. He goes somewhere else, and maybe it's better for him. He stays 1 year at UTRGV. It's hard to feel like we are a feeder program because it's a first year. Like we should really be having the conversation of, man, we sucked this year. Are people not going to want to play with us? But we're literally having a conversation of, are we a stepping stone or a feeder to a bigger system? Like that, it's a cool conversation to have, but it's an interesting one to have for sure.
I think a big thing that's going to happen is a lot of our potential greats, and throughout the valley, they would go where? Kingsville.
Sure,
that's a very close school. And don't get me wrong, Kingsville did well.
Sure,
these past few years.
But they're not D1.
They're not D1.
And they're not getting national recognition.
No, exactly. So I think what we're going to get is those players.
Yeah.
We're going to get those players after this year that are second, third year, eligible or have a couple of years of eligibility that are in Kingsville and say, you know what, I'm going to go over there. Yeah. I'm back home.
And players like Denny, who are in her master's transfer student. I think he played at Yale.
Yale.
Yep. And he's over here down in South Texas, the furthest point away from Yale. And he's over here playing his last year out. So players like that would be really cool.
Yeah. And I think that you bring up a good point is that a lot of these players that have one more year left, but yet they're second or third in the depth chart in a bigger school, they're going to say, hell with that.
Like Marburger.
I'm going to go to deep subtropical South Texas, baby.
Right by the beach.
By the beach.
And
by the $2 margaritas, $2 tacos.
And I think we 19, talked about that.
Yeah, you're right.
They're on their fourth year. They're already 21.
We talked about that earlier where, a lot of these kids just want a great experience.
Yeah.
In college. And, hey, if I can play ball and hit some people, why not?
Yeah. Somebody like Haygood is fascinating. He's a freshman, and Bush has said in the past that he's an undersized linebacker. Does he go somewhere else, and is he starting? I don't know. He's starting here. He could do that for another 2 or 3 years, maybe feed into a bigger system. But somebody like him who led the team in tackles nearly every game, is the leader of the defense, people are probably looking out for him. But if he goes somewhere else, does he get the same attention? That part's interesting.
I think it's the point of what somewhere else is. If it's the SLC, Haygood can go and be a number 1, number 2 at any school except maybe SFA.
Okay.
I think he can be a 1-2, at Southeastern and at Lamar.
Yeah.
1-2. At SFA, it's a different animal.
I think he's number 1 at SFA too.
They had a couple of linebackers there, man.
I don't know.
Not only are they big,
I don't know. I saw them. I could probably take them down. I'm not sure, but
you can take them down in a bar. You ain't gonna take them down.
All right. So, okay, hypothetically speaking, you are Diaz's agent.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, you know what, Diaz? You had a great standout first year at UTRGV. Your goal is to make it to the league. These schools are looking out for you. You have a pretty good highlight tape. What advice are you giving him? Biased or not biased, you are his agent looking out for his best interest.
It's a tough question. But I think in his best interest, and I'm not thinking UTRGV at all, you stay another year.
Okay.
1 more year. And this is why. You're losing Marburger, who was a very good quarterback. as another team, as another coach, I want to see what you can do with another type of quarterback. Because I don't know if you may or may not be compatible
Yeah.
with my quarterback. So next year I want to see, hey, these coaches want to see what you can do with another type of guy. Are you going to make him great?
Yeah.
Or is he going to make you better?
Yeah,
And
that's
right
true.
now, this year, I think it was a very good compliment. No, how do I say that? It was very complimentary of both.
Yeah.
Where Marburger was getting some highlights because of Diaz, and I think Diaz was getting some highlights because of Marburger.
Fair enough.
They complemented each other very well.
There it is.
I think that I'm not sure. Ask
an
me now.
English major
Ask
or
me
no?
now. Ask me now. Ask me
Okay,
now.
you're Diaz's agent.
Okay.
What should he do?
Move him to a mid-major.
What does that mean?
Made a major.
Educate
Go
me
on.
here.
Mid-major, Texas State,
UTSA.
UTSA,
Okay.
maybe a Dallas Baptist.
So something outside of the Southland Conference.
Correct.
A school that maybe feeds into another school.
Correct. But I see what you're saying. Maybe Southeastern that feeds straight to LSU.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, it's still a little tough because we're still a little new.
And what if he stays and next year we don't have a great quarterback? We don't have a good running game. We don't have a good O-line, and he struggles.
Yeah.
Was it the system? Was it a good quarterback? Is now the time for him to be like, you know what? Ride all the highs of this inaugural UTRGV program and take that next step.
To the
And that's
mid-majors.
us speaking from a non-biased perspective.
Right.
If we're all biased,
Yeah,
dude,
stay here.
Stay here.
We'll give you
because
all the tackles you want.
We want that high-powered offense. We want Diaz here for another 2, 3, 4 years. But if his plan is the next level, man, it's kind of hard for us to convince him to stay.
Well, let's hold our horses a little bit. Let's
One more time. What are we holding, Ben?
let's hold our horses a
Okay.
little bit. We still got 2 games to go.
Sure. Fair enough.
We got a big game coming up
Against big boys.
against big boys.
All right. So speaking of big games coming up, we go on the road against McNeese this week.
Right?
We have not won on the road in conference. We held it down at home. What are we expecting this week against McNeese, who is also kind of struggling this year?
They're averaging about 10,000.
Jeez.
10,000. So that's going to be fun.
Tickets sold or people there?
According to NCAA and ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Sold out.
Right, right.
I mean, first and foremost, again, looking a little bit into them, they are very versatile offense. I'm more worried about our defense, and not worried, but I think our defense is going to be the one that's going to have to really adjust, very early on in the game because they're very versatile.
Yeah.
So they do have a good running game. They do have a good passing game. So this defense is definitely going to either have to say, hey, you know what, pin our ears back and let's get after this quarterback and make him run, but they have the ability to kind of, combat that. So I'm a little worried on that.
Yeah.
Offensively, I think we're going to be okay. Are we going to score 40-some points? I don't think so. But I think it's going to be another game, kind of like Nicholls, just slightly more competitive. So I think it's going to be, a pretty close game.
Is that because we're going on the road?
Yes, that's one aspect. That's one part of it. Yeah.
I think their leading rusher last week was their quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think he rushed for like 130, 140 yards.
Yeah.
He threw for 170 yards, so over 300 yards just on him. So they've got a pretty high-powered offense that we got to look out for.
He's been doing that all season long.
Yeah.
To lesser defenses because we're one of the top defenses.
We're number 1 defense in SLC.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I say this one's gonna be a nail biter.
Yeah.
But I think that we come out on top.
Yeah.
I think for the seniors.
Okay.
For the seniors, for
First
those
conference road win.
Yeah.
for those that will never put on a road jersey ever again.
Damn.
For them.
When you say it like that, man.
Yeah.
I really want them to win now.
That's right.
Come on, Denny.
I want to put on a jersey.
All right, so scores. What are we going?
Oh,
You said high powered, high scoring.
well, I got 27 McNeese. UTRGV coming back with a 30 mark. 30 to 27.
Okay, very
UTRGV.
close.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards 35-21.
Wow.
They're still going to win by a couple touchdowns.
Wow.
What do you got?
Man, I
By the way, I was pretty close last time.
Yeah, you were pretty close. You said 28-14.
Because I wasn't here.
It was 28-21. Yeah,
It made me
that's true.
think. I was able to think.
Yeah, I think Ben texted me 28-21.
I
just
sent
didn't
a
say
text.
it.
You guys didn't. Y'all didn't say it on the air.
Forgot to say it.
Pues sí.
But I'm going, man, I don't think UTRGV will win this game. For some reason, on the road, they turn into a different team. I think it'll be close, 27-24. I want them to win for sure, like you said, for the seniors, and to get our first road win in conference in our first season, which would be our last opportunity to get a road win. I think it'll be close. I don't think they'll come out on top, but I really hope they do.
I mean, I predicted 8 in that year. Your first podcast, or your first, question or whatever it was. I predicted 8 wins. And I think they're going to get to 8 wins. I just really hope they get to the 9. It looks a little nicer.
9-3 sounds
9-3
real
sounds
good.
really good for a first year, man.
8-4 sounds good. 9-3 sounds better.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know what? Last thing here is, for all those haters that said through the season,
they're not going to win a game.
Yeah, they're playing so raw. You gotta be kidding me. They might as well play at Cauchosa and this and that and blah blah blah.
They're good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Guys, soak this up.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. And haters gonna hate. I get it, but you know what? UTRGV is gonna dominate, baby.
Oh,
God, this guy's a
guy's
poet.
a poet.
man.
Right.
I'll say this: that first guy that was really hard and hating the first 2 or 3 games,
he gone.
he's gone.
You blocked him. That's why I didn't block him.
I didn't, but he
blocked him.
has not been there. So
He's gone. Yeah, I wonder where. Yeah.
it's been really cool, man. And again, I know we're talking like if it's the last game, but it's been one of those things where again, we're here to stay, man. Like the university is not going to invest this type of money and time or whatever it is into something that's going to last a year or two. Enjoy it. But I think it's every season, every year. And look at A&M, how many losing seasons they have prior to this one. And again, you're still backing them up if you're from there. And I think we need to do the same thing. So I think this week's going to be a great week. If they win this one, we do win out, obviously. I say obviously, but I think we win out if they win this one. And it's going to be a great year, man.
Yep.
All right. Macaro Nation, appreciate it. See you next time. Peace.